All right, hey everybody. Let me show you what we cook for lunch most of the time and everything you need. First thing you need, this is going to be for about 2 guys or 3 girls, and you can change the amounts based on your personal preference, but I'm cooking this for 3 girls. So I got a pound of meat. You need some onions and peppers. I get this stuff already cut up so it's nice and quick. Actually, I have some peppers that I cut up myself, so I'm going to use that instead of this, but normally we use this, which is much faster. You need some broccoli. Normally we buy big bags at Sam's, but we're out, so I grabbed these 2 little bags. But you get a big bag of already chopped up, so you can do this really fast. You need some minced garlic. We buy this huge amount because we use this stuff every day. I like jalapenos in mine too, so you can try not to put too much in there because it's got a lot of sodium, but a few in there won't hurt. You need some olive oil, cucumber and tomato that we eat on the side if you like, helps fill you up. Some turkey bacon, 2 to 3 slices, and that's it for that stuff. Now we use lots of spices, whatever kind you want, but we use Montreal steak, Italian seasoning, jalapeno, onion powder, garlic pepper, Mrs. Dash, salt and pepper, more garlic powder, and crushed red pepper, and actually I think I'm missing jalapeno. Somewhere we have jalapeno as well. Oh no, I already said jalapeno. So jalapeno. So the first thing we want to do is just kind of heat our pan up to medium high. Get some olive oil. Just a little bit of olive oil. And take some of the garlic. Now you just grab a tablespoon. Grab a tablespoon. And you just heaping tablespoon right in there. That's the good stuff. And I go ahead and put in the turkey bacon. So let's see. Looks like we got 3 slices here, so I'll just go ahead and put all 3 slices in there. And I just kind of rip it up as I'm putting it in. And we're going to let that cook just for a little bit, just till the bacon's kind of sizzling a little bit. Alright, so my turkey bacon and garlic's looking pretty good here. Let me tell you something about the meat. If you're cooking for yourself, go ahead and put it in individual containers. So you can this is 8 ounces. So if I was just cooking for myself, I'd have 8 ounces there. I'm cooking for 2 people, so there's 16 ounces or whatever. If you want 6 ounces, go ahead and measure it all up all at one time so you have these portioned. And then you can buy a bunch of meat, at Sam's or something like that at one time, and you can stick these in the freezer. And then at the beginning of every week, you can pull a few out that you're going to use for yourself. It's much faster. Now that our bacon's going here sizzling, I'm going to go ahead and add some peppers and onions if you like them. I'm just going to grab a handful. The more vegetables the better. So we'll just throw all those in there. And we'll get some onions. Throw those in there. Looks about good. Maybe a little bit more peppers. Why not? Put the rest of them in there. Alright. We're going to let these go for just a minute. And then we're going to add the broccoli. Alright, while this is cooking here, let me show you what you can do for snack. This is great. Alright, so for snack, this is what we just grill up a bunch of chicken. And so when you get hungry in between meals, you just grab a chicken breast. You can put it in the microwave for 30, 45 seconds, or you can just eat it cold. And you always have something available and ready. So we keep, we try to keep a bunch of those ready to go in the fridge. So whenever we get hungry, that's what we eat instead of grabbing, a candy bar or something. So this is looking pretty good here, so I'm going to add some broccoli. Nice thing, this stuff is already pre-washed and everything ready to go. Saves you a lot of time. Of course, I can't open it, not strong enough. So we'll just pop this in here. Actually, I usually like to break this up pretty small, so I'll take some of these and break them up. I don't know how much broccoli it is. Fill the pan up with broccoli. The more veggies, the better. Into another bag. Make sure our countertops are nice and clean.
And our hands.
Yeah. Okay. So just add the broccoli. Alright, I forgot to put in the jalapenos, so I'm just going to go ahead and add those now. This is completely optional. I wouldn't put too many in because it's got a lot of sodium. I'm just going to put, probably less than a serving in. And I like some of the jalapeno juice too, so I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on. And another thing that we also put on is Tabasco sauce, which I haven't. And now we're going to add the meat as well. Just cut this open. Add the meat. Okay. You just want to work that all around into the broccoli. All right, so once you've got your meat kind of all in there, nice and mixed up, now it's time to add all the spices. And like I said, you can put whatever you want in it. This is what, you know, we put in it, and I don't know how much to put on there. I just kind of sprinkle it on, just start sprinkling everything on. Just add that, some salt, pepper. I have no idea how much I put on. Some of that. Some of that. You get the idea. Just add all the spices you want. Alright, I think everybody knows how to cut a cucumber and tomato, but I just want to remind you, these are the important, these are the fillers. Keep you full in between meals. So just eat as much of this cucumber and tomato as you want. You know, you probably get lots of good. The other thing I forgot to mention that we put on this is eggs. I guess that's optional. There's two ways you can do these things. Laura found this little thing. I'm not sure. Where'd you get this, Laura? I don't know, but I think it's pretty neat, and it's much easier for me. So it just hooks on the edge of the thing there. If you want to separate the yolks from the whites, you just crack the egg into it like that, and you shake it like that, and then it just separates the yolk right there. You can just throw this away. The other way to do it, this is the way the cool kids do it. You crack it open, and you just kind of rock back and forth with that egg yolk. A lot of times I end up busting the egg yolk and messing everything up, but this will be another way that you can strain it. So I usually do about 5 egg whites and one full egg, but you know, for the ladies I'll probably do 3 egg whites. So just do 3 egg whites, and then I'll show you how to cook that in just a second. Okay, so we're getting pretty close over here with our meat, so we're going to go ahead and cook our first batch of eggs that go over the top. So I've got my pan, you know, a little bit higher than medium. Throw just a little bit of oil in there. And you want to get this oil all around the pan so that you can flip the egg easily. That's the key to being able to flip the egg, is work it really all around the pan. And then you're just going to add your 3 egg whites. And we're just going to let that, don't touch it for a while until it starts to really get white. And then I'll come back and show you how to flip it. Okay, so this is starting to settle here. I don't know how long that took, about a minute or two. One thing I like to do is take a little bit of water and put it around the edges of the pan just a little bit. It makes it a little bit easier. You can also just do this by rinsing your spatula and just kind of. So now you're going to rock it around the edges like this and push under. And you're trying to get to where when you shake the pan. By the way, if you have a lot of eggs, you can poke a little hole and just rock it around, and then it will kind of fill in itself. But what you want to do is you want to get it to where when you spin the pan, the whole thing goes together. It's actually easier with more than 3 eggs. Let's see. Push underneath, push underneath. I think I might have it now. Yeah, it's kind of separated. Push it back together. Okay, then once you got it like that, now you're going to flip it. That one didn't turn out perfectly, but pretty decent. Spread it back out. And this is what we're going to lay on top of the, this, whatever you call this is. Beef and broccoli and lots of spices. Alright. Alright, so now all that's left to do is just, since this was for 3 people, we're going to put this in about thirds. Put it onto each plate. I don't know, that looks about like third to me. Put it on this plate. Maybe a little bit more on this one. And if you put enough vegetables, you'll be really surprised how much food this actually is. With, you know, this is less than 6 ounces per person in meat. Looks good. And now all you do, take your egg and just dump it right on top. And then, of course, you know, add your cucumber and tomato as you like.
The Ziplocs?
Yeah, they're next door. The freezer bag.